Yo. It's been a long day, not gonna lie. Long last 2 days, honestly. So I'm glad to just take a little chill pill right now. Kind of vibe for a little bit. Hang on 1 second, I forgot something. Hang on. And I'm back. My B. And I'm back. How are you guys? Okay, is this game? It's kind of like the Puppy Playtime, but it's Indigo Park. I don't know if it's created by the same people or anything like that, but it kind of has that vibe, you know? Nothing too hardcore. So, I mean, I think this is a good start, honestly. I know Halloween is way too soon right now. It's 2 months ahead. But, I mean, hey, if stores can do it, why not me, right? Why not try to dedicate some time to just play some scary or horror games? But I think this is a good entry. I don't want to just go in and play, like, Outlast right away, you know? Looks like one of the woodland critters from South Park. That's terrifying if you know what they're about. Should I look this up? Woodland critters, South Park. Oh, let me Google it. Hang on. You were warned. I'm kind of scared. This? Oh my god. Okay. What is... I'm not gonna click on it. I'm not gonna click on it. That says everything right there. No, I'm not gonna click on it. Box is open. No, it's not. How about I put it on my left side right here, and I'll give you a reaction. How about that? That way I don't get banned again on TikTok. As long as we can hear the audio. Is the audio bad? I'm scared. Okay. Alright, hang on, let me do it real quick. Alright, but if it gets too intense, I'm muting it too. Let me see.
Ooh. You alright, Lady Porcupine? Oh yes, just felt a little kick is all.
Well, it's been much too long now. I'm afraid our helpful friend Stanny must be very dead.
Yup, the mountain lion probably swallowed him whole.
I guess that means our savior is gonna be made into savior stew.
Oh.
Wait a minute, look!
Stanny!
Stanny, you're alive!
But does that mean you killed the mountain lion?
It's dead.
For real and for true?
Are you sure?
I'm sure it won't be hurting you anymore. He did it! Now our Critter Christmas can finally happen! Hail Satan!
Hail Satan!
Wait,
Huh?
what?
You've done us a huge favor, Stanny. Without the mountain lion around, Lady Porcupine can give birth to the Antichrist.
Yay! Wait, the Antichrist? You said she was giving birth to your savior. Yes, to the son of our Lord, Satan, the Prince of Darkness. But I thought you meant the son of God.
Well, think about it. You really think God would have sex with a porcupine?
No way! Only Satan, Prince of Darkness, and King of all evil would do that! Yay!
This is cause for celebration. Let's sacrifice Rabbit and eat his flesh.
Yay! Sacrifice me to the devil!
Huh?
Yay!
Is he gonna go through? Oh my god.
Drink his blood! Drink his blood!
Oh my god.
Blood orgy! Yay! Blood orgy! Blood orgy! Yay!
Oh my god. What's happening? What just happened? That was wild. Oh my god. Oh man. They just, I was like, surely it won't go that far. No, they got his whole body and everything. That went pretty far. Oh my god. I started laughing at the end because I don't know. I was not expecting it. That was a good. I mean, it wasn't good, but it's a good introduction, I guess, to some horrors. Oh my god. Okay. 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 Try not to get canceled. Yeah. Exactly. That's why I didn't want to show it on stream. TikTok's been banning me for every single thing, I swear. They also decisions on the Kurt Russell and Imagine Light. Oh my god. God, why would they go that far? I mean, there's a reason why they're popular, right? They're willing to go as far as that, and even further, if anything. It's good. Because Kurt Russell was in Stargate, literally why it was. Oh my. I watched
I'm lost.
Yo, why does this song have voices in it? I'm gonna go ahead and skip that. I watched so from here, I mean, it's August 23rd, right? So from here to probably the end of October, once a week, I'm planning on watching like horror movies. I'm gonna get that started again on, you know, my personal life kind of thing. Once a week, I'm watching a horror movie. Today, I ended up watching The Grudge, the 2004 one, not the original one, but I watched The Grudge. I give it a solid 3 out of 10. I didn't think it was scary at all. There was some creepy parts, sure, but I didn't think it was that great. She's gonna get you. Nah, I knocked on wood already. Don't worry. Morbius was pretty horrible. That one next. Isn't Morbius the one created by Marvel? That's not a horror movie. Oh, it's not is it Marvel? It's got a 15%. Oh my god. Yeah, it should be Marvel, I think. So The Grudge is on there. I'm trying to think. The Orphan or the Orphanage, I think, was on there. Sinister, which I'm terrified to watch. Sinister always gets me. What was it? Twitter tricked Sony into re-releasing it to theaters with the meme. Oh, over time really trended. I'm trying to think what's another movie that was on there. Crimson Peak was on there. I could have sworn I watched that a long time ago, and I don't remember Crimson Peak. Conjuring, of course. Insidious. I think Insidious is a movie that Insidious, I think, came out Thursday, so I'm gonna try to watch that on the weekend. Next weekend. What's another one I'm trying to think? Another horror movie I was planning on watching. The Ritual. I don't know if The Ritual's on there. I'm pretty sure I've seen The Ritual. Let me type it in. Here we go. 2017 film. Okay, let me Google it. I need to change my default browser from Edge to Chrome. Oh, I've seen The Ritual. Yeah. I've seen The Ritual. That could be another one. I've seen it because I remember this person right here. Oh yeah, I definitely remember The Ritual. The Ritual. What's another one? Conjuring was on there. Insidious. The Ritual. I'm trying to think. Anyway, I mean, the whole point is to watch it once a week, and I'm hoping to do that with horror games too. Maybe on Sundays I'll do some horror games on Sundays, and hopefully not long time, like maybe just an hour and a half, because the amount of anxiety I get is astronomical. And if I go over, Exorcist is another one. Yeah. Exorcist, yes, that's another one. What are we on? I'm gonna play some Indigo Park, yo. Are you on? If you're on later, I can hop on later. I don't think this game's gonna last that long. I have to watch horror movies secondhand. What do you mean? Secondhand. There's some YouTubers. I mean, there's some YouTube movies that you can watch with ads, right? Show Aaron the Woodland Creatures. Why am I gonna show him? I can't just show him. I can't have the same reaction. I don't have that clipped anyway. I'm like a giant ball of anxiety, but the plot of horror movies can be so good. Yes, exactly. I mean, I think that's why I like those kind of horror movies, and I try to find the ones that have a story behind it, just because, I mean, sometimes there's a deeper meaning to it, or sometimes there's even more. Good ones are hard to come by. Yes. There was another one that I watched recently, Evil Dead, the really new one. What's it called? It just came out, I think, this year. That one I didn't think was so good. That one's just bloody, honestly. Hereditary. Yeah, I've never seen Hereditary. I think I have that on my list. Midsummer. Never seen that one. I saw the last year. I remember seeing which one was it? Man, why am I going blank? Midsummer. Let me look at that up. This is Midsummer. Oh, I'd watch this. These creepy ones I like watching. I'd watch that easily. You can tell it's creepy right away. Look at that. Is a freaking bear in the middle of this? It's based off of... Yeah, it wasn't there another horror movie that had to do with some kind of folklore? Some goat? Where like some goat was like evil or something like that? It's like a... I think it came out like 3 years ago, I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'll definitely watch Hereditary. Midsummer, I mean, if I remember correctly, I'll watch it. I mean, I could just look back at the VODs. I mean, you can already tell there's some scary faces on there. Midsummer, there's another one that I watched. Isn't it like not To Kill a Mockingbird, it was like, no, not To Kill a Mockingbird. That's not The Witch. I mean, go ahead and type it out on this VOD. I'm going back to this VOD to look at it. The Witch. I was telling Grass and CJ that I watched The Grudge today. It was a solid 3 out of 10, of course, but I mean, I needed to get something started. The Witch looks good. Is that Japanese? Or Korean? It looks Korean, actually. Or is it this one? I also saw the one with, I didn't think it was scary. It was called, let me see if I can find it. Horror movies released recently. Let me see. Devil's Mouth, Hungry. Which one's this one? To stream at home. Bro, I don't care about ads. Which one? No. I watched a few. I went recently too. Why am I going blank? Not The Last House. Evil Dead Burn was one I watched, the one that was really bloody. I didn't think that was scary, it was just bloody. I did watch Scary Movie. It's not a horror movie really, but I did watch the new Scary Movie. I didn't see Passenger. Passenger, I heard it was good. Obsession, of course, brilliant movie. Oh, there was one that was kind of like goofy. Humor or horror also I really like for some reason. I don't know why. Weapons was decent, but it was overhyped. I heard Weapons was okay. No, not the Japanese one. I haven't seen it. I watched the Hansel and Gretel movie in theaters. It was scary, but just uncomfortable in the ear. Weapons are decent. Oh yeah, those slasher ones are okay. Not my favorite. I like Terrifier, but just because the clown is actually creepy and funny. I've never seen Terrifier. I heard about it, but I never seen it. What's the one where the guy... Yeah, that's the one I was trying to figure out. The one with the chalk and the circle. That's the one I recently watched too. Chalk, circle, horror movie. If I Google it. Hook'em? Is that what it is? I think that's the one I watched recently too. This one. This is the one I watched in theaters recently. Yeah, Hook'em. It has that one actor in it. I forgot his name. Adam Scott. He's in it. I thought it was okay. I liked it too. Very weird, creepy vibes. But I watched this one at the Warren down here in Moore. There was another one I watched. The one with Jason Segel. Horror movie with Jason Segel. This one's another one that I watched recently. Over Your Dead Body. That one's kind of like a humor horror one. This one only came out for like 2 weeks and then it was just gone. I watch a lot of movies through this sciencey channel that breaks down how it could potentially happen in real. Really? Hey, yo, you got to send me that channel. You got that channel? That actually sounds pretty cool. I mean, I probably won't watch it on stream because I'll probably get banned. That's pretty cool. I wonder what kind of videos it would have too. Obsession was one of them. I'm trying to think. What was another one? I know Sinister. I already said Sinister. Sinister was a movie part of that list. Sinister always creeps me out. I've seen it like twice. Oh, once, and it creeped me out, and I still have it embedded in my brain. Ex Machina, I never seen it. I thought that was more action movie, no? Grass, I see it. I'm gonna actually click on it real quick. Hang on. Let me click on it. I kind of want to see the channel. This one right here. Relevant in the AI age we're in. So does it tell you Maze Runner? Okay, so there's Maze Runner right there. What else do they have over here? Jeepers Creepers monster analysis. Bro, we might actually... Hookum? Oh my god, Hookum's on there? Oh god. Oh god. Hookum's on there? We might actually do this maybe on the Sundays, you know? Just watch a video or something, do some Oh god, I'm creeping myself out already, not gonna lie. Elon doing his best to make those nightmares come true with they actually make videos pretty often. Yeah. The Long Walk. The Long Walk is not a horror movie, but I get it. Train to Busan is on here. Train to Busan is a good movie. That's a brilliant movie. Is there any like newer ones? Hang on, let's look. So you just go to videos, latest. They updated 2 days ago. Project Hail Mary, Rocky. That's interesting. You know them? Another Hail Mary. I mean, I don't know if they base it off of facts or anything like that, but I mean, it's still interesting to hear people's perspectives, you know? They go hard on these thumbnails. Low key. You want me to click on a video? It's got to be a video that we've all seen, or like a movie we've all seen. Let's do a creepier one. Oh, I don't want to. I'm scared of Hookum right now. I don't know why. I didn't think that movie was scary, but it's kind of creeping me out. Just looking at that. That's a crazy thumbnail. T-virus infection. We should hate Kevin. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna click on the Vukum one, not the Vukum one, the Hookum one. Let me click on that one real quick, just for a little bit. It's an hour long. I mean, who knows? It might even not be that good. Let's be honest.
Every once in a while, I come across a movie that, for no particular reason, I want to cover just because it was good and it scratches a certain brain itch. That, at least in this video, is going to be Hokum. Enjoy the ride. As a man has lost both his parents, his plan is to take them to a place where...
Spoiler alert, by the way. If you're planning on watching this movie, I would probably recommend not watching this, because it could spoil. I don't know yet. I'm just saying spoiler alert. I don't know.
They had visited prior and then spread their ashes. The only issue is he's a mega tool. As he decides maybe he will join them, it kicks off an entire kind of unforeseen set of consequences for the entire hotel. Heading into the basement, which is also ill-advised, he would be faced with something that may only exist within his mind. Why am I being vague? Because otherwise it would be said and then you would click off and that would be boring. So in today's episode, let's discuss the effects of psychedelics on the fragile circuitry of the human brain, how in some ways, neurochemically speaking, this could be helpful, but also how this could go awry fairly quickly as we cover Hokum. We kick off today's story with Spooky Pictures, woo, and like 14 other production companies. It's from Ireland, if I remember correctly, as we jump over to the famous Irish sand dudes. A man in ye old armor is out there looking for something on a map.
I remember seeing this, and I felt like the movie could have easily done well without this whole intro. I'm just saying. I've seen this, and it's like some kind of like fable sort, I guess he was talking about. Yeah, I didn't feel like it was necessary.
A conquistador, if I'm reading the helmet correctly. A youngling is with him, as then he ditches the armor and keeps walking, probably because it's hot. Drinking the last of his water, the Irish countryside is quite unforgiving and dry, as we all know. Also, I have a straight-up fun fact for you about topography, because I didn't realize people didn't know this, but so you know like the Appalachian Mountains? Well, the Moroccan Mountains in Africa and the Moorlands in Scotland are all part of the same mountain chain. They just got split up. The Appalachian Mountains actually used to look like the Rockies, but are incredibly old, so they become weathered. This is also why if you go to like the tippy top north of the Appalachian Mountain range, it will start to look a lot like the Moorlands as well, which is pretty cool. Anyhow, the youngling goes for the water next as he finds a ring on the ground. Someone is drinking and also has a ring on their table. As he grabs the sand, he says, "We're close." However, the map is now stuck in the bottle because he got too overzealous closing it up. Trying to break it, he can't. Looking for a rock, there's only one rock out there. A human skull. Bro, take like 4 more seconds to find a rock. You're in the desert. What are you doing? As he tells the youngling it's okay and says nothing can be done, he then tells him to turn away, but still, he's going to go to bash him on the head as a thud is heard behind Prometheus as some firewood then falls. Looking out the window, he sees someone on the stairs. Yeah. Very good. And then turning on the light, not immediately bolting, nothing was there. But oh my.
So, I forgot to mention another thing. The other thing is that, Grass, I don't know if they have this at your local theater, and if they do, you should probably check this out. But at the Warren and More, they have, on Mondays, I think once a month, no, every Monday they do the Mystery Mondays. But sometimes it gives you the option, like for an example, when I went to kind of go see this movie, right? I didn't know it was going to be this movie at the time, but I looked it up and it said Monday Mystery, and it gave me the option of either doing horror or scary. And so horror was more intense, and so this is how I came up to this one. This is how I watched it. I watched it before the actual release because it's Monday Mystery. Mysteries, they usually do like movies before it actually releases. It's kind of this cool thing. This is how I watched this movie. Really? On the Monday Mystery or on YouTube? I'm gonna keep going.
My God, it was behind him the whole time. Get the salt.
Oh,
But
this
considering
guy?
they're in the Irish countryside and it's pretty desert-like, one must ask, wouldn't it be better if there was a forest of some kind? Let's start this off by saying remember to stick around to the end so you can find out how to get an exclusive bonus. We're headed back to Area, brother, to the deep roots, where ancient some would maintain. Turn, accelerate to strike, you know, with your side, and download the game. 2 leg by you, achieve better, and endless. It looks nice to look, amazing, legendary. One of their
Jesus Christ!
Kitty cut. Drag. It's really not about within 40 code. You won't get these packages that Raid's team gave me, so make sure to download the name Rona. As then he looks over at clan Croatoan.
Oh my God.
Looking through a box of Ireland photos, he then sees his mom, as then he looks over at the mantle with both parents on the said mantle. Sawing through a lockbox, he then pulls out a force multiplier. Instead of doing that, we get Hock'em, Hokum, whichever. As then we head to the other Irish countryside, which is basically just a Forza track if you really
Right here is honestly where the movie starts.
think about it. I too have to go to Europe in general in January. Gonna be a blast. I hate flying. But at this point, apparently I've inspired one of my friend's dads to also get on a flight, because he doesn't like to. So unfortunately, I can no longer chicken out of the flight. Ergo, I will turn to the problem solver of the issue, Benadryl, to pass out. As then he drives through the woods, a man then walks across the road as he has arrived at the hotel. Looks to be near Halloween, as pumpkins have been placed up top. This whole movie is like a mega mood come October. Passing a man, he took out a billy goat, as it was apparently a nuisance because it kept getting up on his Volkswagen. Entering the hotel, a man is telling a story about a witch. The witch would stun humans and then chain them up and start taking pieces of their body away.
Yes.
Specific pieces. Pieces that are very important to men. Nuke that witch immediately. Telling the owner not to talk to the younglings, he then tells the younglings not to talk to strangers. Bro's been here 2 minutes and he's already angered the owner and seemingly the owner's son. Also, unconfirmed on that one. He is said to be the manager, but given he's pushing him around in his wheelchair, I'm inclined to believe that there is a familial relationship. Getting his room, the clerk then knows him as the writer. His son apparently is a fan. Benmethius remarks, well, that's disturbing given how disturbed my characters are supposed to be. Big dog, I'm gonna be honest with you, just take the freaking compliment. Going upstairs, the insufferable famous. Walking past the owner and his son at the elevator, he then heads to his room as a woman asks him if he's lost. Being a chode to her, she then goes like, well, go back to being lost then. Absolutely based, apologizing. She then brings him to his room as he asks her where the big redwood is. Bro doesn't know you get more flies with honey than vinegar. Rookie mistake. I've talked my way through a DMV to ensure a 60-year-old POS rotted out vehicle using the honey method. It always works a lot better. Being told, he then heads up to the big redwood to spread his parents' ashes. Dumping his dad with a little less carefulness, I guess. He begins walking as then he finds the goat from earlier. A man is out in the woods as he asks who those were. Handing him some water of life, as he calls it, or moonshine. They then drink up. The man is drinking mushroom juice mixed with goat milk.
I am not taking alcohol from a stranger, by the way. I just like to say that. I watched this and I was like, this is weird. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going.
And then walking away, another goat is on top of the Volkswagen, which the manager earlier was upset about, saying he ruined it. But don't worry, that car was ruined the second it left the production plant. I have no idea why Europeans make their cars this way, or why their police sirens sound like that. It's just like, what are you guys doing over there? This is like the Soviets, what is it, Tatra T603? They're just abominations. Anyways, headed to the bar, Benny Boy then tells the woman from earlier how his story ended. He hits the boy in the head with a bottle, wanders off into the desert because it didn't actually break, and then
This guy also has serious beef with anglerfish.
finally meets his own end. So you're telling me, again, there's absolutely zero way he could find a rock. I just don't buy it. Bro just wanted to crack a
It's a
human
terrible
skull, which,
story.
given the new terminology for crack,
That book.
that doesn't sound right. Anyways, the bartender then asks him why he would write that. It's so bleak. Well, usually paying bills. Also,
And if I remember correctly, this main actor became really rude. Like, he drank more and it became
sure
really
he's
rude.
quite fond of eating.
If I remember
imagine.
correctly.
And, you know, a roof over your head.
And then
ain't
it
so
got
bad
really
either. That's
dark.
like asking why
Really
I left being
dark.
a scientist to do
I
this
remember
full
that.
time on YouTube. The winter is cold and survival is fantastic. Telling her, she reminds him of his mom. Flawless victory on the flirting brother. Giving her the picture of his mom, he informs her she died a few years after this picture was taken. She got taken out by someone on her way home she got some lead to the face because they broke in. His old man turned into a monster after that and drank himself into an early grave. Asking about the honeymoon suite being closed, he's informed it is haunted. Bartender tried to get in and have a look, but it was declined, informing him there is a witch in there. If you are being chased by it, you need to draw a circle in order to escape. A man then approaches as he is asked about it. As he stands guard, his hat apparently got knocked off before, as then he puts
If
his
I remember
whole
correctly,
arm
he was rude to
in
this
a dark
guy.
elevator with a lighter. No thanks. Looking into the darkness, he sees a woman.
The
back
dude was
there
an ass
saying,
the whole
"How come
time?"
Ben?"
Yeah,
is then
basically,
asked
that's how it
if
was.
He's enjoying his stay as he tells him he kind of, relates to his characters. Being a doucher wants more of the people working there.
See?
I'm assuming this is Benny Boy's whole
He was a
personality.
douchebag.
The bellboy, who later turns out to also be an ice cream man, says he's a writer too, he's just not getting paid for it yet, as then he's assaulted by Ben burning his hand with a lighter. Or
Yeah, what is he like? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, burns him with a spoon. I'm calling the cops, yo. You just burned me with the spoon. What you mean?
excuse me, not a lighter,
Or at least throw a punch.
spoon that was
Make
placed
it
in the
even.
flame. Man, they're really dialing up the unlikableness here. Anti-benevolence says his reasoning is he's just trying to get the bellboy to have thicker skin, and that's how you be a writer. It's all right. As a YouTuber, I catch crap all the time for a myriad of things, like writing style, relating to the youth unsuccessfully, the way I wear my hair, you name it, it's been said. However, if someone burns my hand saying I need thicker skin on YouTube, I'm absolutely backhanding that person into oblivion.
Isn't
Like,
that what I just
hand of
said?
God smack, because it's like,
Isn't that what I
no
just said?
shot. I'm
Throw
gonna
a
allow
punch.
that to stand. Outrageous. The thickest skin you can display at that moment is physical assault. It's like, no, dude. Anyways, leaving behind his tape recorder and his picture, Fiona then asks the bellboy to open the door so she can drop off his stuff. He's like, maybe we shouldn't. She's like, I got a bad feeling. So entering the room, I can't show you any of this as Bro's taking himself out by hanging around, so to speak.
Yeah, it was
Flashing
pretty
over to
bad.
black
It
and
went
white,
dark
he hears
really
wailing noises
fast.
in the elevator as it won't leave the floor he's on. As it shuts, though, he sees that someone is in there, as then he wakes up at the hospital. He has unfortunately been brought back to the world of the living, as someone then touches him and he wakes up. Returning back to the hotel, he rings the bell as some men leave. It's actually the
If you want to see the sciencey stuff, you can skip ahead. It's labeled, I believe. Why was he croaking himself, though? Do they explain? I think, honestly, it has to do with, I mean, I saw this months ago, right? So I'm pretty sure, I think it's because, I think it seemed like whenever he was spreading his parents' ashes that he was kind of sad in some way or like depressed. And it kind of seemed like he was alone. Does that make sense? So, I mean, wasn't that his plan to begin? It could have been his plan to begin with. It's been a long time, but like, I'm pretty sure it has to do with like depression or something like that, or the fact that, he's not making it as an author and then his parents passed away. And I mean, it showed a little bit here, but if you watch the movie, I'm pretty sure the way he was spreading his dad's ashes, it was pretty, it wasn't as forgiving or as like, it was pretty aggressive, I guess. So it kind of seemed like he had some kind of hatred in him. This is kind of, honestly, I would consider this movie to be more of like an indie movie in a way. Well, it does say after the mom died, the dad was drunk. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so, I mean, he was probably abused in some way, and maybe I don't know. There's a whole lot. Like I said, I think this movie is kind of like an indie movie where, like, there's a lot of interpretations you can do. And I mean, I wasn't even expecting this actor to be in here. Dude's still a douche though. Yeah, he was kind of a douchebag the entire time. He was a douchebag the entire time, and then decided to croak himself, but he survived. So it's kind of a weird movie.
cops who are really bad at doing their job. In the immortalized words of, I believe, Wendigoon, which I like to quote him on this, it's very, very real. It's the cops have exhausted their leads and refused.
Okay, I gotta go. Let me see. Hang on. Is there like maybe don't you know what time it is, boyo? Maybe 2:30? No, it's not 2:30. I actually hate this dude's character, Crack Baba. So 2:24 maybe?
Hokum. But Roanoke, I can hear you already saying. How
F the 4th? So don't do the crackbot biologist?
pray tell, is there any ability to biologically explain a supernatural witch? Well, at this point, I think we are all very aware that A, the mental gymnastics I am capable of would make me a gold medalist in the Olympics if it were a sport. 2, we really are here to learn about the physical impacts of substances on the brain because it's an excuse to talk about the actual structures that could.
I mean, it says in the title he's going to talk about shrooms. I have no idea what shrooms does or anything like that. I just know I should not take it. So, I have no experience with this.
Be impacted, and so a chance to learn some biology. And D, the wild speculation of the reality barrier that separates us in general from what could be on the other side, given how much our species talks about it, yet individually most of us will never see anything hinting that it even is there in the first place, means this is a perfect setup to start from. So let's get to it. The first part we need to discuss is what exactly is happening to the human brain when it is affected by a certain fungi, because there are highly notable events that unfold for some that are long-term worth investigating, actually. So, not because it's just fun for people, disclaimer, I've never done mushrooms, but because of the potential benefits it has on the brain itself that go well beyond just making you feel good for a few hours.
Really?
There are 3 things that mushrooms do, which is why we need to be careful when you're just like traipsing through a forest looking for them. They either don't work, they send you on a psychedelic trip, or they just straight up flatline you. And the flatlining part is way easier to do given there are a lot of them out there that are totally capable of doing this because they are super poisonous. All throughout human history, humanity at some point in time had to try everything that we eat now to see if it was going to be a problem. Ooga has been carved into several stone tablets in the past as 8 weird ground plant, Ooga die diarrhea death. So the fact that we can put mushrooms on pizza meant that someone had to try that mushroom and then just thug it out to see what the effects were. Given a ton of mushrooms are poisonous, again, it's a miracle anyone wanted to eat them in the first place, but what's fascinating about fungi is it's sort of like a mid-step between plant and animal, so to speak. Because of that, as an animal, we would classify it more as plant-like, and being more plant-like, it contains chemicals and materials within itself that could be poisonous to animals. Sort of like how technically capsaicin is supposed to keep animals away because it burns. Some humans love it. I don't know why. It's like, cool, I love burning. Anyways, or maybe things like cocoa or coffee can be highly poisonous to other creatures out there, yet once again, humans love it. In fact, I'm drinking coffee right now after I took a bunch of over-the-counter mushroom supplements this morning. It helps with focus and tangential thinking, which will be important actually later. Anyhow, from a plant's perspective, it's a substance sort of like the mushroom produces that, in fact, it can't produce its own nutrition from like the sun. That makes it appear much more like an animal, at least to a plant. Of course, a plant...
So did this guy think he was on mushrooms the entire time?
isn't going to think that. And even if it did, I don't care what a plant thinks. That is, until the happening takes place, and then I'm very likely going to care very quickly. Regardless, this is a mid-step that appears interesting because what certain mushrooms produce that ends up affecting the human brain. Perhaps it's the similarities to animals that in turn causes this interaction to be a reality. The psychedelic mushrooms create a substance known as psilocybin, which, if you consume psilocybin, will enter your digestive tract, where it then will become, or at least converted, into psilocin. Which doesn't sound too crazy, but what is actually happening is a phosphate is being broken off of the compound, causing it to become an active drug at that point. Enzymes, known as phosphatases, are responsible for this process, which then causes it to begin looking a lot like another chemical. As your body continues to break down this material, the important thing to understand is how exactly it affects your brain. Within the anxiety meat within your skull, in total, your brain has around 5 to 10 milligrams of serotonin to work with. It's wild just how little your brain can actually utilize or need, and how deviating from this by just a few milligrams can either create depression or mania. This is because the communication within the brain is incredibly precise, and the glymphatic system, which is the waste removal system of the brain, cleans it every night in order to keep this process kind of running as smoothly as possible and not have a buildup. And actually, it's kind of thought maybe Alzheimer's is the glymphatic system failing, which is not good, so we need to look into that more. But so back to the mushrooms. The mushroom itself produces the chemical psilocin, which after it gets ingested, which is physically going to resemble serotonin. This is a bit of an issue, as one might imagine, because if you take 1 gram of dried mushrooms, this results in about 7 milligrams of psilocin interacting with the brain. This dead center is pretty much in total how much your brain has to operate with. So essentially, your serotonin levels increase by 100% because of this imposter chemical floating around the brain. It's not actually serotonin, it just looks like serotonin and can go in the same receptors. And what's important to remember concerning all this is the brain doesn't continually dump 100% of its serotonin every time that it fires. It's very selective. And here comes the mushrooms with the chair concerning this process. As psilocybin floods the brain, it is indiscriminate as far as how it interacts. Whereas the brain would normally release just a little bit of these neurochemicals and then they're degraded, this does not happen as quickly with a literal mushroom byproduct within the brain. As a result, you now have most neurons dealing with some level of what it thinks is serotonin. So then, what are the neurological impacts of this? Well, you just straight up start tripping. Binding to the serotonin receptors, it will begin altering how the neurons themselves behave because it won't as easily let go of the receptors, meaning it is continually activating them. Within the brain are very specific neurons that are affected more heavily by the imposter neurochemicals among us. Yes, that was very cringe. Moving on. These are known as pyramidal neurons, and they are sort of like the output neurons that are basically shaped roughly like pyramids. They reside within the cerebral
like how we're just
cortex,
all
and their
learning
purpose
about
is to
shrooms.
functionally broadcast incoming
crazy.
information from sensory neurons. They will either regulate or dampen incoming information and then send that information if it is important enough. In fact, I have a perfect example as to what they do. So you know how sometimes you're sitting there minding your own business, being an absolute chad because you're watching Roanoke Gaming, and then all of a sudden one of your ears go really, really quiet, and then a few seconds later you hear that ee noise? Well, that's a pretty standard experience had by most people, but what is happening is a signal from the inner ear hairs, likely produced by nothing actually, is self-amplifying. As it amplifies, obviously your temporal lobe gets involved, but the pyramidal neurons also.
All right, has anyone in chat taken shrooms? Can anyone confirm or deny this? I see 5 viewers. No. Okay. My brothers have.
Also get involved, and they attempt to determine, is this normal? Determining no, it's not.
Need a
normal, it's just
volunteer. That's crazy.
self-amplifying signal. They will then, in turn, shut it down. So
I've heard too many horror stories. Not a fan. I heard I don't know if it was shrooms, but I heard you basically have to be in a good mental state or something like that, or you have to have like not anything crazy happen to you, growing up or something like that. Like it has to be planned. It's got to be like monitored. And I don't think I'm capable of doing that. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I've heard too many horror stories, but sometimes people get bad highs. Yeah, exactly. Have to plan out a trip like that. Don't switch spaces and be in a mild. Yeah, but like, what considers a mild environment? Like, are you just gonna no childhood trauma? Yeah, exactly. What are the odds that nobody has? Everybody has some kind of childhood trauma, right? Maybe it's just me, actually. Hang on. But like, it's supposed to be good for PTSD through in a controlled environment. Depends on the yeah, but like, how do you? So in order to take shrooms, you really have to know somebody, I guess, because like what if I had like a childhood trauma of like being scared of the dark, right? But nobody knows about it. But then there's somebody else that's like, it's two different environments that are needed to be considered a mild environment, I guess. Grass lore drop. I am diagnosed with PTSD, so that's interesting. See, like, huh? No, that stuff isn't crazy hard to find. Yeah, that and DMT are known psychotic drugs that you can use in like Mexico that are owned and operated by Americans. Yeah, I don't know. Like, all that kind of just like freaks me out a little bit, It's just not for me. And like, I already feel weird whenever I take like whenever I stick to the trigger. Like, I already feel weird if I take like NyQuil. I don't like taking medications where I can't feel my legs. If I can't feel my legs, I'm going insane. Like, I'm going wild. I'm gonna feel weird. I don't even really drink, to be honest. Grown locally, but what kind of NyQuil are you taking? NyQuil! The NyQuil! Like, I'll take like half of the recommended dosage, and for some reason my legs are just like, they're just. I can't do it. My secret weapon is Benadryl. It gets me. See, that's the thing is I can't even do Benadryl very well. Like if I have bad allergies, I'll take non-drowsy medications before I even think about going to Benadryl. Benadryl is like my last resort. Buddy, you got to stop taking that. There's something going on here. What do you mean?
It does not drive
That's
you
just me,
absolutely
though.
insane.
I think I
Why
just freaked myself
Well,
out.
let's say that you're like a hunter in a situation involving a predator. Hearing would be
Creeping
great.
on some
You don't
bennies.
need that noise being constant. Now, if you damage your ears, say like if you work in a factory or first responder, listen to music too loud, or maybe you were in the military with the last one, obviously not being service related, and they call you a dork on the way out, this signal will continue to send because the sensory hairs in the inner ear are destroyed, which ironically, if they stop reporting to your brain, it becomes the E noise. Bit stupid, yes, but you know, humans live way longer than we're supposed to nowadays. Like your elders would have been in their 30s when we were cavemen, which means I'm officially an elder now, which is crazy to me. Anyways, so these neurons are quite important, but the other issue is, remember, all neurons become impacted. You have something in your brain known as the default mode network, and this is essentially always running, and it's self-referential thought and what you are based on what you think about yourself. Not in like a selfish way, but everything associated with you, because you have to know that you exist in the environment around you to know what you even are, where you are, what you think, how you feel, what's going on with you and your perception of everything around you. So when you pop mushrooms, this network gets interrupted like you wouldn't believe. You can think of it sort of like a country concerning your brain. You have the government, in which would maybe be the default mode network, and that's how the country is represented, but you still have citizens as well. While the citizens have a say, clearly policy like concerning foreign nations or what to do or taxes or stuff like that is not so much dictated by the individual, but the collective, with the government as essentially the front runner of this collective. When you take shrooms, it increases entropy in the brain, which at this point, it would be like every citizen that never really had any interaction with the government at first, all getting the same exact amount of say in what happens concerning policy. Clearly, you would have some that agree with everything, some that don't. But the point is, the main body of managing things now is dissolved into just a larger group. This, as you might imagine, creates a little bit of chaos, which mushrooms do in the human brain as well. Several you-isms will actually cease to function correctly, but new ideas can emerge because areas of the brain that are usually quieter because of their serotonin receptors not being as highly activated will now suddenly get louder. This does several things to the human brain and the perception of the person, which does relate to our sense of reality. Typically, a person will experience something known as ego dissolution, and this has been connected in a way of being like you dealing with baser and higher yous. I know that sounds spiritual, but actually it's not. It's based on the brain. So we're going to talk about that because it's actually rather interesting. It's like a physical thing, not like a, oh, your higher spiritual self. That's not what we're talking about. So it is said in every human, there is a human and there is a monkey fighting for power. You can't just ignore one in favor of the other. And this may be a little bit of an outdated model for the most part, but it kind of works here. The human is the superego. The monkey is the id, and you are the ego. The superego like thinks ahead, looks out for others, wants to do what's right, and it's kind of self-sacrificial, and several other things that psychologists have labeled it, but you kind of get the point. The id wants to do what feels good. It's aggressive, violent, but self-protective. It is the monkey. You, as the ego, have to manage both and determine what is the best course of action. As you can see, you shouldn't always self-sacrifice, and you shouldn't also just completely act selfishly to protect yourself either. It just depends on the context of the situation. Hence why you can't listen to one over the other all the time, because eventually it will force its way into your life. Now, with the ego dissolved, nobody is monitoring the situation between these two. Because of that, your experience between these is going to be more profound. Along with that, your brain is also having other areas communicate louder than normal, creating timekeeping issues as well, since everything is connected. And this is why it appears as though people might have good trips and bad trips with it, because essentially two parts of your brain you're normally coordinating are no longer being coordinated. So anyways, this is why people on shrooms appear to behave strangely to those not on shrooms, yet to them it makes perfect sense. What's the most interesting aspect about this, before explaining the reality issue, is there are actual benefits that have been noted. In the following weeks after you do this, it has been noted that after popping shrooms, neuroplasticity has a remarkable uptick. Genetically, it appears to activate the mitotic abilities of the brain. Now clearly, this would be quite beneficial, but it's not all sunshine, lollipops, rainbows, and butterflies. It doesn't just inspire the brain to begin forming new connections that are wonderful and everything is great, and also through dendritic reaching, but it can still inspire neurogenesis, which is the formation of new neurons. This can be good, it could be bad. It really just depends on what sort of environment you're in. However, there are some clear benefits. Actually, I remember watching a documentary on a guy who had like severe cluster headaches so bad it would put him down for days. The issue was, as soon as he got over one, he would get another one because they would happen every few days. He was given oxygen, which was the only thing that he said lowered it from a 10 to a 9. However, upon taking mushrooms, it appears as though it completely prevents them, or at least causes so few that his life got tremendously better. The whole point of the documentary was like the government didn't want him taking them, so he had to go through more nefarious routes to achieve these, and like more, I don't know, holistic doctors, I guess is the best way to put it, when this is something that we should definitely be investigating because clearly it has benefits to people. So for 3 months, it appears that this mushroom would work, and then after that, he has to take more, otherwise the cluster headaches return. Now, this type of stuff exists all throughout I guess medical science. It just sometimes it's considered to be more fringier than the other. For instance, I remember botulism back in the day just being like a treatment for, you know,
Okay, this is the long video. But hang on, let me read the comments real quick. I see Martin on the Galaxy gas in his car at the Big Green. What if green isn't green, but we all agreed to call the color green? We are seeing green. I asked this in kindergarten and I was tested for color blindness. So, like, is that his theory? That he was taking shrooms? Hang on, this is the most replayed. Why is this one?
Be that hard. Jer Bear doesn't want to leave as he says he wants to look for himself. The clerk knows about Jer Bear's wife as he tells him to just take Ben's car and don't come back. Ben continues looking for a way out as Fiona continues to just sit there. I mean, what else do you expect her to do? Remembering the bell from the honeymoon suite, he then goes to ring it as it turns, which then alerts the clerk, but Jer Bear doesn't hear it because he's already outside. Getting into Ben's car. How far do you think you get with a bloody handprint on your window before someone notices that? Ringing the bell once more, Jer Bear then heads back to the door as Ben broke the cord for the honeymoon suite. As Jer Bear only left the keys, he then grabs them as Ben kicks a hole in Jer Bear's body. Realizing that attached to this, he starts cutting his hand. Okay, well, that makes sense. He realizes that people with closed minds can't see witches, but after taking those shrooms, now he can. Asking if he can bring his manuscript, Ben says no, but he says, well, I'm going to bring it anyways because, you know, of this situation, as Ben then agrees to read it once it's dropped off tomorrow, as then he goes to write the epilogue. As the boy goes to turn away, the man, this time, cannot do it. Instead, he offers the glass bottle to the boy to break on his head instead.
But it's more so he can relate it to the movie and science. Yeah, that makes sense. So this is grasping straws at the time it worked. I think it's a theory. He talks about the actual shrooms a lot. Like, it's crazy how much research he did on shrooms itself. He goes from movie, halfway. Now let's talk about shrooms and how to take them. What? Nothing wrong with that. I think it's pretty cool. I'll continue watching this kind of stuff. They did drink strange liquid from a man in the fort. Yeah, I think I remember watching it and I was like, oh, he's probably hallucinating because he drank that milk. I remember seeing that. Let me see, what else did I miss in here in chat? But it's more so I saw Aaron's comment about watch his documentary called In Waves and War a few months back, and it focused more on DMT, but there's studies out there on both of them. I mean, he's got tons of... Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a video I'd watch. how many movies I watch. I mean, shows I can't even think right now. Videos I'd watch. So I mean, maybe we could do like one every Sunday or something. Like whenever I play some kind of horror games. It has been an hour, so I need to get started on this game, guys. I saw that CJ figured out the whole 8-ball. Oh, that's funny. I'm glad it worked, at least. I'm glad it worked. Exit out of here. Okay, so we're gonna play Indigo Park. This game, from what I understand, has a little bit of the Poppy playthrough vibes. I was gonna do Poppy's playthrough chapter 4, but I thought I'd wait till next week, honestly, because I know Armando kind of likes to look at that. Sorry, chat room, but science is good for you. No, don't say sorry. It kind of gives us that little creepy vibe too, you know? It's good to kind of start off with that kind of tone, the vibes, you know? Indigo Park is kind of like Poppy playthrough from what I understand. I don't know if there's puzzles. I just know it's kind of eerie, kind of creepy. There's a lot of lore. There's only chapter 1, so no chapter 2, but we're gonna get it done. I don't know how long the game is. If it's like Poppy's playthrough, it'll probably be like about an hour and a half. We're gonna see how far we can get. Worst case scenario, we'll just wait till next Sunday. So we're gonna just go through with this. I'll upload the VOD on I probably cut out the beginning parts, but I'll upload a video on YouTube to get this playthrough started. But yeah, I say let's get started. Let's do this. I got my water, I got my Coke Zero, I got my cranberry juice. I did not bring any snacks, but it's okay, I don't need any snacks. I ate a lot anyway. Cutting out the critters you buy. Not in the VODs, just like if I'm uploading like playthrough videos, yes. But not in the VODs. I usually keep the VODs on Twitch, YouTube, and everything. It's just that I create a separate video for the playthrough. So let's get started. And push pause on this music. Allow. Hopefully it's not too loud either. Oh. It's already got a creepy vibe. Like, I'm already getting terrified. There's a guy in the freaking back of the room already staring at me. Like, what are we doing, guys? Alright, English, subtitles. Let's keep that on. Camera delay effect. Toggles camera following your flashlight effect gives the game a more realistic and unique. Create subtle screen shake when idling, walking, and running. No, let's turn that off. Audio, yes. Audio, my microphone, max, that's fine. Let's do, is there full screen? Full screen. That's fine. Brightness is fine. FPS. I forgot what mine is on. I think mine is on 240. I want to say it's on 240. Okay, controls, controller type. Wait, do I have to pay? No, I don't. Wait. No, I don't. I think we're fine. Yeah, I think we should be fine. There's nothing with the graphics, which is good. We'll see how this goes. I'm keeping an eye on shaders and like performance. It looks fine to me, honestly. So let's get started. See what this is all about. Ooh, I'm scared. Okay.
journey to this newfound paradise, we welcome you. Indigo Park offers a slice of the American dream to call your own. In this place, echoes of days gone are brought back to life as a new generation captures a glimpse of the exciting potential of tomorrow. Indigo Park pays homage to the values, dreams, and unwavering truths that gave rise to our great nation. Here you embark on the journey of a lifetime, a place of creativity, joy, and fantasy, where your dreams come true.
Kind of a sick intro, not gonna lie. That's pretty cool. Okay. Oh god, the sensitivity is insane. Hang on, let me lower it down on my mouse. Okay. Oh god. Okay. I can't move. Oh. Left click, right click, left, right. I can jump. Trash, trash. Oh god, I can't see. Okay. Okay, I can sprint. That's good to know.
Hi there, and welcome to Indigo Park, the world's most innovative and engaging family fun experience. Jump into the world of your favorite character. Wait, you're our first guest in 2,920 days, 4 hours, 23 minutes, and 38 seconds. Congratulations! I'm Rambly the raccoon. And it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is the most fun it can be. Just hop on over to the registration center to your left, where our friendly assistant will help you begin your adventure in the park.
Alright, I'm getting some creepy vibes already. Press C to interact. Okay.
Hi, I'm Rambly the raccoon. And it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is registered. Let me just get a good look at you.
How did I even get here in the first place?
Don't seem to have your face in our guest list. Is this your first time here at the park? Or did you just get plastic surgery? No worries, it's Rambly Tuesday, so you qualify for a big discount on your visit. Just follow me to the main gate. Ooh, I can't wait for you to see everything Indigo Park has to offer.
Meet Rambly at the park's main gate. Ooh. This is not
What's the holdup? The gate is open. Head on into the entryway. Hold on. My mistake. The gate is not open. There seems to be an error message being sent from the gate's power unit. Lucky you! You get to be the first person to try our turn on the generator mini Rambly venture. Have fun!
So where's the generator? inside? Oh yeah, it is.
Ah, the Indigo Violet Compact Power Generator. But it seems to be inoperable. Looks like it's missing a piece. Can you find it?
No, I cannot find it. Oh.
Okay, for real this time. Welcome to Indigo Park.
Can I go through these doors? No. Can I go through these doors? No.
Oh, silly Rambly. Every guest needs a critter cuff. That will allow you access to reserved areas, charge payments to your room, and wear a critter cuff. I think there's some in the gift shop. Head in there and I'll get you set up. There you go, buddy. Your very own critter cuff. A new way to interact with the park that also doubles as a pedometer, heart monitor, and mood ring. Data disclosure agreement included. Uh-oh, the door mysteriously locked. Why not test out your band and save the day?
Okay.
Hooray! Great work, buddy! Now try entering the park, and we can start our Indigo adventure!
It's kind of weird. I just go wherever I want? Oh, okay. Weird. Oh. Huh? Just random rocks fell? Oh, I turned off the flashlight on accident. Okay. What happens if I go to women's restroom? Oh, there's a collectible. Okay, I gotta go to the restroom. I really do now.
Pardon our dust, buddy. Looks like the park is going through some renovations. For the inconvenience, your Rambly Tuesday discount will be 3% off. Why not celebrate this great deal with a ride on my railroad? To test your sleuthing skills, I'll let you find this one all by yourself.
Alright, give me 1 second. I'm gonna use the restroom. Alright, be right back. My back. Okay. And we continue. Oh, I need to just pause on this song. There we go.
Your facial data suggests you may be a bit older than the target audience for this ride, but it's one of my favorites. Do you know why Rambly the raccoon loves Rambling's Railroad? Because I like trains.
Fair enough. So I'm just gonna ride on this spooky train. Let's do it. Lights are on and are off.
Welcome to Rambly's Railroad. I'm Conductor Rambly. Oh look, it's Molly McCaw.
It's Molly McCaw, the greatest pilot you ever saw.
You sure are, Moll. Why, you only crashed into 6 bars this week.
I'm not crashing, Rambly. I'm barnstorming.
What's barnstorming?
It's crashing with style. It barely hurts at all. Say, those young adventurers you've got along with you look like great pilots. Why not try your hand at flying in my ride? Rooftop racing.
Admission included with your critter cop. Oh, Finley, come on out and greet the people.
Hi, Rambly.
Why the long face and body?
You've known me for 100 years, Rambly. I'm always long because I'm always longing for a new seashell for my collection.
Oh, Finley,
Okay.
you should come out of your shell.
How about you come into it instead? My ride, Oceanic Odyssey, will teach you all about the wonders down under the deep blue sea. It's as blue as me. I hope you'll visit. I'm so lonely.
Oceanic Odyssey currently closed for repairs.
There's blood. Is that necessary? I can literally hear that train still. Should be a second one around here somewhere. So I'm looking for one more. It's gotta be in it. Oh, there it is. Hop back on the ride. Okay. I think the train left me. Okay. Easy enough.
Hey there, Lloyd.
Do not shame me with that common folk name. I am the proud, the prestigious, the professional Lloydfoot L. Lion, actor extraordinaire.
Great acolyte.
Of course it was.
Huh? What am I playing? I'm gonna lower the refresh rate a little bit. Hang on. It's acting a little weird. Let's do 165. That's fine. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but.
So, what do you think? Pretty fun, right? Now you know all about my friends and Lloyd. So, where do you want to go?
Can I go over here? Do I just pick wherever I gotta go? I'm assuming I do. Well, there's the main stage, and maybe let's start on the left side first.
Hey, buddy, come over here.
The fuck?
This here is an information kiosk. If there's anything around the park you want to ask me about, just stop by here and I'll ramble on about it. Oh, I got this. I know the commercial by heart.
Wow, it's the unlimited edition Grambly the Raccoon Fraction figure. Push him down and he jumps. Push him up and he doesn't. Only $19.99 at your favorite toy store.
Okay. Let's do this one.
Ooh, you found my buddy Finley. You know, he's really shy. Like, too shy. Like, obnoxiously shy. But he's got a good heart. I hope you get to meet him someday.
Let's do this one.
Ew, Lloyd.
Okay.
Congratulations! You found me! Don't I look adorable? Rambly ears! Those used to fly off the shelves. That pair's pretty damaged, though. Keep your eyes peeled. There's gotta be at least one more mint condition set out there somewhere. Like a yard sale.
Let's go through this. Hello, kitty. Hi, kitty, kitty. This bro's about to meow at me the entire time I'm here. I'll bet you again, don't worry. Another one? Okay, I'll bet you again. One of these. It should be this one.
Wow, is that a limited edition gold ramping plush? Parents were fighting tooth and nail for those things when they came out. Seriously, our employees had to clean up so many stray teeth and nails. Hard to believe there was all that demand for a regular Rambly plush we just blasted with gold spray paint.
I'm gonna do this.
Ooh, that's a Rambly cup! Nothing beats the taste of fresh Rambleberry juice drunk directly out of my plastic, lifeless head!
Let's go this way.
Well, look at that! You're at Jetstream Junction! Oops, looks like Jetstream Junction's being tuned up. Last I checked, there's a security office in the back of the theater. Maybe a friendly wrangler can help you get in!
Find a key to the Jetstream at the Lloyd main stage. Okay. I'm assuming I need to just go to the main stage then. There you go, little kitty. This is where Abraham Lincoln was? Oh no, there's a line. Oh. That's what happened right there.
Hey, buddy, I've got eyes all over the park, but I can't see anything behind the stage. If you're going back there, be careful. Your critter glove is not yet able to resuscitate you.
Oh, hey there, little lion. Gee. Oh shoot! Run! We're running! We're running! Oh. Easy enough. Oh, that's the key. Is he just gonna chase me the entire time? Oh, okay. He didn't chase me. I thought he was gonna chase me. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I'm just over exaggerating. My hands are a little sweaty. Oh shoot! Huh? Oh. So we just go back to the gate then.
Say, why don't you check out Molly's rooftop races? It's not far from here, and it's a great warm-up before we get into the bigger rides. Just take an up at Molly's landing pad.
Hmm. Molly, what happened? Let her go. Change hats, I got you. I like battling her or something? Ow. I think it's so loud. Change my answer quick. I gotta go upstairs, I'm assuming. It's over here. Waiting room? Another plushie.
Oh no, this is horrible. Looks like Molly crashed into the right again. Don't worry though, your pal Rambley has the repairman on speed dial.
We're sorry. The number you have dialed has been disconnected or is no longer in service. Please check the number and dial again.
Say, why don't you check out Molly's landing pad? It's not far from here, and it's a great cool down after that exhilarating ride. Just take a down from Molly's rooftop races.
Alright. Say less. Oh, this is a puzzle. I see. Fuck. Assuming I have to go through here first? But it'll let me go through the green. Oh! Maybe if I go this way instead. Oh shit! Did I die? Green triangle. Green triangle. Green triangle, blue star. Green triangle, blue star. Green triangle. Blue star. Then what? Do I have to go back up? I need to find a yellow and a red, maybe. Go back up. We're looking for yellow and a red. Red star. Damn it. Red star, red star, red star. Red star. Dang it. Dang it. They all stars? Huh? Oh, something clicked. Okay. Wait, are you gonna chase me? Oh shit! Okay, that was cheating. And I got my neck cut off. That was cheating. Ooh, I got chills. It's okay, we're fine. That was fast. So we go here. Go. Go down. Go left. Run! What are you doing? Oh yeah, we're good at this. Oh, no, go this way. We're running.
Ah, there you are, buddy. Wait, hold on. This one's staff only. Come on in, new staff.
You're gonna close the door?
Welcome to the Rambley's Wranglers registered room. Here we have plenty of amenities and... Okay. I can see in your facial tracking that you're scared, angry, upset. Transparency is an important part of our policy here at Indigo Park, so... I need to be honest about something. The park has been inactive for years. Employees stopped showing up, guests too. The mascots are... I just was so excited to see a visitor, and I wanted to be sure you were given the best experience possible. But I was confined to the entrance for so long, I didn't realize just how much disrepair the park has fallen into. Wasting all of your fun time. Sorry for the inconvenience. But I have an idea. I have access to the repair documentation in my database. I just can't execute most tasks without authorization from a human user. You must have come here because the park matters to you too, right? Would you be willing to help me restore the park?
No, it's okay.
I can see in your facial tracking data that you aren't opposed to this. Ooh, I'm so excited. Let's get this place back in business.
Okay. Weird.
Okay, welcome to the crew, Rookie Wrangler. Registered. Your first official job as one of Rambley's Wranglers, registered, is to get out of the Rambley's Wranglers, registered, room. Head left towards the Rookie Wrangler, registered, security room to set yourself free. Phew, kind of exhausting to say that whole spiel, but Rambley's Wranglers, registered is a registered trademark. That expired yesterday.
It's just a bunch of cameras. Ow.
Hey, buddy, did you dig that out of the lost and found, or was it in the trash? No surprise, I guess, that our park would dispose of a non-Indigo brand toy. I suppose he'd make playtime special for a child with poor taste, though. Whoa, where'd you get that? Brambleberries are my favorite! Oh, if only I could jump out of the screen and take a big bite. Don't eat it! Maybe I'll be able to one day! Ooh, you found my buddy Finley. You know, he's really shy. Like, too shy. Like, obnoxiously shy. But he's got a good heart. I hope you get to meet him someday. Oh, I got this! I know the commercial by heart!
Never mind.
Wow, it's the unlimited edition Rambley the Raccoon Raction figure. Push him down and he jumps. Push him up and he doesn't. Only $19.99 at your favorite toy store.
Wow, you made it to Oceanic Odyssey. You're doing a great job, Rookie Wrangler. You'll find a potpourri of porpoises, pickerels, and perches as far as the eye can see. But please don't tap the glass. You never really know what lies beneath the surface. Hey, buddy. You okay? You look kind of tired. Do you need a moment? Don't worry, it's fine. I don't blame you for taking a rest after all that. Heck, I could go for a nice, relaxing defragmentation myself. But before you settle down, you up for a little survey to help us improve the park? Thanks for visiting Indigo Park. Hope all your dreams came true. If you've got some time and you're up for a lark, stick around for the Rambley review. I'm here to offer my best to each valuable guest I assist. And lots of happy feedback ensures I get to exist. Let's try it. Were you satisfied with the rides? Yes or no? Were you satisfied with your guide? I sure hope so. Do you plan to come back? Will I see you again? Did your experience convince you to tell a friend about us? Did I earn your trust? At Indigo Park, there is a stark contrast to everything I know this place should be. But out of
the dark. You've given a spark of sunshine to this kingdom's faithful devotee. At Indigo Park, more than my remarks are mysteries. Even I don't know what we might find. But fight through the dark, and I'll be your spark of sunshine to get you out of any bind. That is, if you want to keep going. Oh, idea! I know all of this isn't fair to you. It's an awful lot to ask. But here comes Rambly Review Part 2 to sell you on our task. I'm here to view and assess each valuable guest as I learn. And lots of happy feedback ensures you're gonna return. Right, I'm so happy you rode a ride and saw the show. I'm so happy to be your guide. More than you know. So come back anytime, I'd love to see you again. In all my thousands of days, I've never had a friend like you. At least I hope I do. At Indigo Park, there is a stark contrast to everything I know this place should be. But out of the dark, you've given a spark of sunshine to this kingdom's faithful devotee. At Indigo Park, more than my remarks are mysteries. Even I don't know what we might find. But fight through the dark, and I'll be your spark of sunshine to get you out of any bind. Till all my old friends are united again, and I won't feel so left behind. Okay, I'll let you go. See you next time, buddy. Please?
Huh? Wait, was that it? What was that it? How was it? That was it? An hour long game? Yeah, I mean, it's free. I just thought it was gonna be longer, you know? What did I join into? I was playing this Indigo Park game. It's kind of like a... It was supposed to be like a small, like, Poppy Playtime, you know? Like, there's Poppy Playtime, and then there's, I guess, this one that's kind of like, had that same vibe kind of thing. I was expecting it to be longer, but I'm... An hour? Okay. Woodland Creatures theme park. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't fully scary. Maybe there was just like one jump scare. Hour-long video game, brother. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be like 2-3 hours, you know? But it was only 1 hour. 1 hour and a half, if any. I started about the hour mark. No, it was an hour. About an hour. That's interesting. The game's okay. Like I said, the scary parts, I mean, there's not a whole lot of scary parts. There's some eerie vibes to it. But it's not like, you know, anxiety attacking, I guess. I just thought it was going to be longer, to be honest. I wonder... I know they talked about Chapter 2, 4 out of 10. Yeah, I give it a... yeah, probably a 4 out of 10, I want to say. And the thing, it's not average. There wasn't any bosses or anything. I think I only did, like, one... there was only one part where I ran away. You know? I'm not bashing on it or anything like that. I just expected it to be a little bit longer or a little bit, like... creepier vibes. But like, there was only, I encountered one boss, I guess, and just ran away. I died one time, but that was because I didn't have time to turn around. That was my fault. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of all the jump scares. That was basically it whenever I got attacked. There were some puzzles. Puzzles weren't too complicated to solve. I had to go through the slides many times. But, I mean, that was it. I'm trying to think. So I mean that's I don't want to say that's it, but like, you finish RDR2? No, not yet. I'll probably, honestly, I probably will give it some time right now, to be honest. I'm not sure. Thank goodness. I got a long way to go with RDR. I got a long way to go. But I mean, okay, so for this game, I think, I mean, I'm just looking at their YouTube channel right now. 437,000 or K subscribers. So, I mean, that's part one for now. Hopefully we can get some more scary, spooky games going. I mean, we're barely at the end of August, so we still have all of August, September, October. I'm going to try to do this every Sunday, kind of just play like one mini game or two per night. Maybe do some like spooky visits or something like that, like on YouTube channels. Maybe for the first hour, and then play some games, spooky games. And then towards the end, we all, you know, I'll probably play some like rivals or play with friends and stuff like that. But for now, that was part one. That's it. That's it. Alright, let me read this chat. Marmouche to Spurs. I don't know what the crab Spurs. He's three. Bro, what is City doing? City. I saw the match this morning, bro. Let me tell you. Let me sit on one. Let me tell you. First of all, what the heck kind of lineup did I just see? I sent it to my group chat. Hang on, look, watch. This is what I had. Okay, ready? Holland striker, fine, I guess. You know, he plays striker, whatever. It's fine. Foden left wing. Okay, that's not even his natural position. And to be fair, I'm like, you know what? Foden playing left wing. Okay, that's fine because, you know, we don't really have any wingers right now. Doku got injured. Okay. Center attacking mid, O'Reilly. What the heck are we doing with O'Reilly in a center attacking mid? What is going on? Let me look at the updated list. Hang on. So that was the... Let me look at the updated lineup. Hang on. Because I know they kind of changed it. And ESPN gave me something else. Hang on. ESPN... Okay, so no, it was Foden on the right. So Holland is striker, Semenyo on the left. That makes sense. Semenyo, right? He's a winger. But O'Reilly, what the heck is O'Reilly doing in a center attacking mid? Bro, his first position was maybe, I think, center mid or center defensive mid, right? And then eventually when he played under Guardiola, he played more of the left back or the right back. But then who do we put as a center defensive mid? Marc Gueye. What are we doing? We have Nico Gonzalez. Who else do we have on the bench? What is Lewis doing there playing? Rico Lewis disappeared last season. What? How is he automatically already in the starting lineup? Oh, put this guy in the starting lineup. What? Who else do we got? Anderson. I thought Anderson played fair. Anderson was tough, and honestly, we needed that. Foden playing right. That's not even his natural position. He should be playing in that center attacking mid. Bro, and then Cherky on the bench? What are we doing with Cherky on the bench? Bro, he literally plays that center attacking mid, and we put Nico O'Reilly. What are we doing? Wardeville left back, center back Diaz, center back Casanov. Okay, to be honest, I'd rather have Casanov as a center back than as a right back or left back. Bro screwed up so much against Arsenal and the Community Shield. I don't even know what the heck he was doing out there most of the time. It's not that hard to put a starting lineup. You have the players. You have good, decent players. I'm so glad that we won, though. So glad that we won. Let me read this chat real quick. How are we feeling about Holland's cut? I love it. I love it. I don't know why he did it, but I love it. I'm just saying. What is Eagle doing in the midfield? I have no idea. When a warrior is defeated, he cuts his hair. Majin Buu serious. Who's the manager, bro? You guys are fried. Roger leaves and the club loses to Marvel. Bro, I don't know. Well, it's Maresca, right? He used to be like one of the coaches when Guardiola, with Guardiola back in the day. So it was like Guardiola. I think Arteta was the assistant manager, and then you had different coaches. So Maresca was a coach, and then I think he eventually went to Chelsea, and became a coach over there. Your club's geek, bro. Yeah, at least you're not an Arsenal fan. He saved the game, though. Yeah, Turkey. That's what I'm saying. Turkey. Honestly, last season he should have started Turkey, but for whatever reason, Guardiola had this weird power ego. I don't even know. How'd the whole City match go, loser? I saw the goals for that. Come on, bro. Get your act together. United, bro, like against Hull City. To be fair, out of the 3 promotional clubs that went up, 2 promotional clubs won. The only one that lost played against Arsenal on Friday. Odegaard back to business. F Tottenham, they got smoked. And then Marmoush going to Tottenham, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? I think right now is the time for Marmoush to actually step up his game at City and just like challenge that role with like Doku. Like Doku got injured. Okay, Marmoush, go ahead and get up there and play the wing for us. No. He's like, no, I'm going to Tottenham where I want to win a single trophy. I want to win a single trophy at Tottenham. Tottenham's in shambles. Tottenham is going to get relegated. Tottenham lost 4-0, if I remember correctly. They spent all that money and still... Exactly. He might get relegated. Yeah, they got crazy. Yeah, exactly. Like... I'm trying to think. Who else do we got here? Let me see. Who else lost? English Premier League, City. Brighton beating Aston Villa, I wasn't expecting. Brighton ended up winning 4-0. Newcastle Liverpool, I watched a little bit towards the end, and I thought it was crazy that was it? Yeah, that Newcastle gave up a penalty. Newcastle literally gave up a penalty against Liverpool. Like, you literally... That dude wasn't even... Okay, yeah. Okay, from what I've been seeing on the defensive, right? He had his hands behind his back. That Liverpool person was going to easily go past him, right? Okay. Well, even if he does go past you, he still has no direct ball to the goal. Like, you cannot shoot from that angle. It's very difficult. But he proceeds to stick out his leg a little bit. Like, you should know that when you're in those high pressure moments that you should not be doing anything kind of risky. Literally just step back, follow him. Just follow him. No tackle is necessary in the freaking penalty area. That's what happened. Everton. City is making Grealish look good, by the way. Grealish, oh my god. Grealish is fine. I think he played okay from what I saw. But like, I don't know. Leeds won 1-0. Did I see the Barca game? No, I did not. Elche is literally horrid. Make them earn it instead of a penalty. Yeah, Grealish was just that guy once upon a time. Yeah, he was. He was at Aston Villa. He was great. When he went to City, yeah, we messed with them too much. That's honestly the bad side of playing under Guardiola. You know, is that Guardiola is very, from what I'm seeing, he's very hard-headed. And if he wants you at a position, you're going to play in that position till he's gone. And so Grealish lost it. And even then, you could see little sparks that Grealish would have. Like the year that we won Champions League, what was it, 2023? You can see that he had that spark, but then he would lose it again. I think Pep will go down. Like, I'm trashing on Pep right now, but I know in the end, deep in my heart, that Guardiola is definitely one of the best managers ever. And he changed the game. There's a reason why people play tiki-taka. There's a reason why the Premier League, he was easily able to get Manchester City to win so many trophies. Not only just 1 or 2 league trophies, but like, what was it, like a good 8 out of 10 or something like that? So consistent and all that. But like, at the same time, you know, you're gonna see the bad side of it, which is like, you know, the whole Kyle Walker story, the whole Grealish going on, getting rid of youth players like McAtee was a youth player, Iheanacho was another youth player. So I mean, there's good and bad side of this. Yeah, Kyle Walker bullying, yeah. I mean, pension bros, Phil Jackson, always coached elite talent. Yeah, when all said, he's a genius. Yeah. Silva, meat rider. Yeah, Bernardo. He was obsessed with Bernardo Silva. Like, no. Bernardo Silva's not who I had a problem. I did have a problem with Bernardo Silva. Towards the end, I had a problem with Bernardo Silva. But like, who I had a problem with was him meat riding Gundogan. That's who it was. Gundogan, bro. Gundogan literally did nothing towards the end of his season. Like, what are we doing with Gundogan? What are we doing with Gundogan? And then we sent him to, I forgot where we sent him to. We sent him to somewhere in Germany or something like that. I forgot what it was. And then we proceeded to get him back later on. I'm like, bro. Gundogan's great, but he's too slow. We need we need strong. Honestly, we need strong midfielders, center mids. I think Anderson being there, if you look at his defensive work, it was genius. Like, he was very rough. He was tackling every ball. And I loved it. Okay, Gundogan did go to Barca. Okay, that's what it was. And then he came back to City. I was like, what are we doing with him at City? Ronaldo was cold under Pep in that, 23. Yeah. Like, he had his moments, but like, it almost seemed like Guardiola always kept him a little bit too long all the time. Yeah, I mean, to City, honestly, we got rid of a lot of players. You got rid of Savinho, Marmoush, Ake. Who's the other one? Can't remember the other one. The other center back that went to Inter Milan. We got rid of him. We got rid of what's his name? The guy who's goalkeeper for Leeds. Why am I going blank? Man, I feel so bad for that goalkeeper because he would have been amazing at City, but we couldn't just. We had a really good Italian goalkeeper come in and we couldn't let that go. I'm surprised by Savinho transfer. I thought they wanted to develop him. Yeah, that's kind of what it seemed like, but I think with this coach coming in, it kind of changed everything. And honestly, in my opinion, I think Savinho, the season to redeem himself, because the first season when he came in was kind of like an emergency winger, and he played fine. He played great. I loved it. But then that next season, for some reason, he downgraded so hard. Like, you could tell his confidence wasn't always there. And he was like too slow. He couldn't keep up with the play. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that we got rid of him. Savinho, Marmoush, I really did not want him to move. I feel like he could have done great if he just stayed at City. But to each their own. I think in a way Marmoush also wanted to play some kind of variant of like a striker, and it's kind of hard to like replace like Haaland like that, you know. You can't. It's like with Haaland, for an example, you want to have a backup striker for Haaland, but you also can't at the same time, because if you get like, let's say with how City is winning every single, like trying to win or compete for every single trophy, if you get a well-known striker or a very good striker, now you have a competition with Haaland, and there's always going to be some kind of quarrel. there's not going to be a very good relationship already. There's going to be some kind of disagreements with the club, in my opinion. But also, you cannot get someone that's like a rotational player striker, because with someone like Holland, you're barely going to get any playing time. It's basically, if you really think about it, finding a replacement to Holland is finding a second goalkeeper, a secondary goalkeeper, a goalkeeper that you know will probably not play as much, probably like 1 or 2 Premier League games, but will always be there for the cups. It's kind of weird. I'm surprised by seeing moving Mamouche. I wish Elise would transfer somewhere else. Bundesliga is a burger. Like, I think he's doing great. I think, yes, he should have moved to a different club, honestly. I can see him. I mean, he's going to stay at the Bundesliga. I hope he only stays for like 1 more year, honestly. He should have left, of course, but I could see him staying for 1 more year and maybe choosing like, I could see him like at PSG or like somewhere that really utilizes their wingers, like PSG or who else does that? At Madrid plays that kind of style where they focus a lot on their wingers. I'm trying to think of big clubs. You know, stuff like that. I wish Elise would transfer somewhere on, buy passers to feed Holland. Here's the thing. You have Turkey who can pass the ball, but we had him on a bench. We have Foden who knows how to pass the ball, but for some reason he's playing like, I don't know what the heck is happening to him. He didn't grow any much. He reminds me of like Chev Holmgren, you know? He's got the talent and everything, but he's not strong. He gets bullied a lot. You bully him and he does nothing. I think if anything, we do got to get more crosses in. And if anything, I think that's what when you could tell the difference, because if you were watching the Manchester City game, whenever we took out Rico Lewis, and we put in why am I going blank? Why am I going blank? Oh, I know what his face looks like. Why am I going blank? Hang on, don't tell me. I'm gonna ESPN it. How am I going blank? Nunez. Once we put Nunez in, you could tell Nunez was crossing the ball a lot more, and you could tell it was starting to pick up a little bit more, and I loved it. I was like, okay, this is kind of what we needed. Rico Lewis did not want to freaking get rid of the ball. This dude wanted to be like prime Messi on the right defensive back. I'm like, bro, what are we doing? Hydration check, got you. Oh wait, that's Streamlabs or Stream Element. Sweden doesn't feed him enough. I know Foden is regarded the new left winger Arsenal got. Looked great first game. Who's the winger? My phone's about to die. Greek fellow. They played Friday. Oh, was it the guy that replaced that one guy that went to? Yeah, he's the guy that replaced the older guy, right? Why am I going blank? Or are you talking about Izzy? No, Izzy's British. You're talking about Zolace or something like that. Yeah, the Trossard replacement. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about Arsenal too, is that they got their own style of play, and I think it's good for new upcoming talent, which is good. I think Arsenal, I mean, I have only seen one game. I think they can do it. I think they're very good title contenders, honestly. If anything, I'm interested to see how their defenders do, because I think, honestly, I think their backs are really talented and skillful, but I think what I've been seeing is their mental capacity for some reason. Once they realize that, hey, this other team is at playing bully ball, or this other team is strong, for some reason, from what I've been seeing, Arsenal's defense is like, oh, we're gonna chill out a little bit on defense, or we're kind of scared. You know, you could tell there's some kind of mental game going on. But I mean, if they can power through it, I think they're fine. I think they're fine. Yeah, it's always mental with them. Get a lead, then ease up. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know how that got instilled in the Arsenal squad, honestly. I wonder if that's just years of just being, you know, not making it. It could be anything, of course. Or play pass back for 40 minutes to give up. Yeah, like. Yeah, exactly. Winning, not only winning, but learning how to achieve. Learning how to win. How should I say this? To build up mental capacity, you not only have to endure the negative parts, like the fact that you're losing 2-0 or the fact that you just gave up a goal, but it's learning how to overcome those obstacles. Okay, for an example, let's say, oh, I'm losing 2-0. All right, second half, we're gonna pick it up. Let's win 3-2. You know, that's how you improve that mental capacity. Or like, let's say, or just like, even then, consistency helps, right? Okay, we just had, we won 3 games straight without getting scored on. Oh, we just got scored on. All right, let's pick it back up. We got scored on. What can we do? Let's get over that feeling. Let's get it back and go on another 3-game streak without scoring a goal or something like that, without getting scored on. Playing to win instead of playing not to lose. Yeah. You could tell that's kind of what's going on in that Arsenal squad. Nothing wrong with it. Well, there is a little bit wrong with it, but I mean, they won a Premier League, and I mean, I think City kind of had a mental battle too, that not everybody was on board last season, and we choked out so many times, right? You can't bail them out every time. Yeah, exactly. I saw that the I was saying on TikTok, because Raya was the secondary keeper. The first keeper, he plays with like Atletico Bilbao or something like that. Forgot where he plays for, but apparently they were showing a highlight how he gave up a goal, and they were like, this guy played with Spain? They were making fun of the Spain squad for not starting Raya, which I still find it crazy, but whatever, it's fine. Spain hates Arsenal, guys. I think they're just, they have a little bit of, how should I say this? They don't like certain people. That's kind of what it is. Golden Glove winner, but not a starter. Yep. Spain is weird like that too. I wonder if yeah, Spain is weird like, I'm trying to think who else did they do that to. I feel like they've done that to other people. I don't know. I have no idea. It is 12:30. Marino was the exception. Marino. I don't know Marino very well, but from the games I've seen, I don't know if does he start? I can see, like, I don't think he starts. He can play any spot. Yeah, Marino's like one of those players where, like, I think there's a reason why he's a bench player, and I think it's because of the fact that he's, from what I've been seeing, he's very he's like a wild card, you know? Like, you can't tell what he's gonna do next. And I think towards the end of the last season, right, he came out of nowhere to where he was just like scoring a goal in the most important moments. But then, like, when it comes to being consistent, he's just not there. It's weird how, and I think I can see why he's a bench player, and that's what I've seen it too. Yeah, so it's kind of weird how Marino is, for sure. LOL, but he shows up when it matters. Yeah. Got hurt too close. Got hurt to close the Premier League. Yeah. So I think next week, oh my god, this song whispers too. I'm debating whether I want to play some Rivals or not, to be honest. Do I really want to hurt myself physically? Not physically, mentally. Maybe I'll get these videos uploaded. I need to get these videos uploaded anyway. Yeah. Anyway, next week I'm hoping to do chapter 4 of Poppy's Playtime. We could do that next Sunday. Do a little bit more just chill and spooky vibes. Go from there. I think we still got chapter 4 and chapter 5 of this one. So we got a long way to go. I didn't want to play it today because I know Armando's not here and I want to give him at least a week of warning. Like, hey, I'm playing this next week, so just FYI. But anyway, I'm going to get these videos uploaded. I'm probably just going to be roaming around the internet, just YouTube and stuff like that. But for now, I'm done playing games, video games. So I'll, thought it was a great stream. Thought it was great everything. We got to experience a lot of stuff. Stay off the hub. Can't promise you that, buddy. I'm just kidding. So just gonna do what I can. Pretty good stream. Alright, thanks for joining. I appreciate everybody that was in here. I know Noah was in here, Grass was in here, and I know Aaron was in here. So I will see you guys. I'll probably stream tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, 8 Central, 9 Central. Not sure yet. Play some video games. Red Dead. We'll figure it out. Alright. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys. Thank you.